Okay, good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, my day off, so it's time to have some fun, get some work done. I am broadcasting live, so thank you very much for joining me. Once you either click on it during the live broadcast or watching it after the fact, please remember that you can support me on Patreon. Definitely appreciate it. Stop by there, patreon.com/TimMichaelArts. Today, I'm going to be working on this guy. Let me find him here. Hang on. This guy right here. This is a drawing that I've done via watercolor, and I'm going to go ahead and take him and convert him into a digital. Um, Maybe put that on a T-shirt for myself because I think that'd make a pretty awesome looking T-shirt. Maybe come up with a come up with some kind of concept, something written on it. I'm not sure yet. We shall see. I just know that I drew this up last night. Kind of designed it off of some new school, some new school tattoos, and I think it's going to look pretty beast. So I need to start scanning it in, either scanning it in or going ahead and just sending it over from my cell phone. I'm not sure which one I want to do. I do want to blow it up pretty big too, so I can fit it on either a fairly large T-shirt or just whatever design I'm thinking. I'm excited about it. It's a cool looking piece. So that's my thoughts for the for this part, the live broadcast at least. After I get done with that, I might go offline and work on some client artwork because I got one, two, three, four, five different pieces of artwork I have to do. I got my whiteboard over here with all my clients I got to take care of. So it's like mm, maybe four clients. Five, two of those are my students. So all right, let's see what I can get started with. I need to start scanning stuff in. I was going to do it before I turned on the broadcast, but then I just kind of got ahead of myself a little bit. So there, oopsie. Huh. Let me also see if maybe I can share. Can I share this live broadcast online? Can I share it on Facebook and all that jazz? I bet you I can. Okay, I'm gonna pause the live. There we go. And I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly buzz this over to Facebook and all that jazz and get some people in here maybe. I apologize for last time. I was doing some research on some kind of job and I got caught up in it, and then next thing I know, everybody was gone, and I was like, "Oh, I left them hanging in a major way." So, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, let's post it to the personal page and then to the business page. Do 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 do. Okie dokie. Oh boy, there we go. Uploaded to Facebook. Let's see what else we can do here, huh? Okay, let's see. There's drawtoomuch.com, there's Tumblr, there's Twitter, there's all sorts of different ones. I think Twitter already did something. I'm not sure. Okay. Let me go ahead and see if I want to. If it's good enough on my phone, I might just. Would you keep attention to me here? I'm talking. Don't be doing that. I'm talking. We're going to make alterations so you do not keep focusing in and out. Your job is to look at me and don't blink. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. There we go. Oh, I wonder what would happen if I hit this button. I wonder if it'll work. Yeah, it's gonna work. Yeah. You remember cell phones and all that tech where you can mess around with tons of different settings? So in the Squarespace one, this always makes me look like totally stoic. A couple fun ones here. Anyway, let's get back to what I was supposed to be doing. Let's change the properties, control. We're going to change the focus. So it's not going to be like this anymore. Now I'm doing it. It's like what happens after you fall, hit your head, or have too much drink. Ooh. You can feel your uh, heart pumping. You know, it's like boom, 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 boom. Okay. I'm done. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Let's see. We need to change the white balance. Yeah, that's my real color right there. Yeah. Just curious if I can make it a little bit more like me. So you get it in person, in style. Okay. Okay, for those of you who do end up coming online live, you're probably going to be catching up with the live. You're either going to be listening to it or you're going to be starting it from scratch, whatever the case may be. Leave comments on the Facebook page, on the excuse me, the YouTube channel, and I think I'll be able to be able to read them via their comment chat box over here. I think, which hopefully will update itself once people start coming in. Okay. Oh yes, cell phone. And I took a picture of this last night, so I'm kind of wondering if I can just use that cell phone picture. I'm gonna try. It looks okay. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share to email. Where's my email? Where's my email? Email. It's like a name. Email. Get yourself over here. All right, there's email. There we go. Would you like the image size large, medium, or super small, which is only 10% the original size, which is only 1.1 megabytes, which is actually pretty small. So you're stuck anyway. We're gonna go ahead and do the original, and it's going to be team.michael. Yeah, listen carefully, folks. You can message me personally via my email, tim.michael at timmichaelarts.com. And yes, folks, you are very welcome to send me an email by that if you'd like to. And send, if you do, please. Thank you. The message is sending. Ding! You got mail. Hello to my one viewer. Welcome to the show, sort of. If you want to leave any comments, leave them on the YouTube channel. You are my only friend right now, so I will appreciate your company very much. Okay. I am uploading a picture via my email, so I can begin to draw it. And I gotta find my email. My goodness, I got so much stuff on this computer. There's no going back. Okay. Oh my word, I got a lot of emails. It's Attack of the Zombie emails. Oh no. Alright. And of course my email isn't here, which is the one that we need the most right during the live broadcast. That's really smart. Oh my word. See, I changed my email, and this is exactly why. Downloading message 75 of 282. Yeah, that stinks. Okie dokie, so, oopsie. Alright. We still have one viewer. I haven't lost one yet. That's good. Rock on. Alright, here we go. The attachment has downloaded. Now please get it off my email before I get a sweat. Alright, where do I download? Save image as to desktop. Okay. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, silent viewer number 1. I have my chat box open and no one is talking. You're here though, I see you. Not see you, that'd just be like really freaky, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, he's watching me. No, it's not like that at all. Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna be working in a program that I have recently stumbled upon. I've used it in the past too, but I'm going to work with it in this one as well, and it's called Manga Studio EX5. It's quite impressive, and I'm going to attempt to draw my little illustration out of that. So I'm not sure if there's a way to continue to share my screen up here and the screen down here at the same time, but we will give it the shot. Hey, there he is, Theodore. There you are, my man. Haha, hello, Tim. You are awesome, and so are you for coming and hanging out today. We have 2 viewers now. 2 viewers. Thank you very much for joining the Tim Michael broadcast. And good morning to you, Theodore. Where are you located in this great big little tiny world of ours? It is morning here. That is why I still have some humor of sorts. Okay, so I hit screen share, and it's like, I don't want to screen share, but I want you to screen share. That's what this whole podcast is about. So screen share, darn it. Oh, it would help if I hit the right button. Well, actually, it's not doing a thing. Hear all that clicking? It's because it's not working. Okay, so I'm going to constantly click this thing until something happens, and probably something won't happen because the other ones that I'm clicking are clicking just fine. So that's not good. I just really want to screen share. That's all I wanted to do on this whole podcast. That's what this whole thing is about, so people can watch me draw. Not stare at my ugly mug while I try and make stupid jokes that have nothing to do about nothing. Well, poo. We have a recommended app for you. It's called the Drawing app. Oh, there we go. I got rid of the Drawing app and now it works. No, that's a capture button. Why? Captain. All right, there we go. I think I got it fixed. I got it back. All right, we're live again. Yay! It disappeared, and I didn't know what's going on. Yay! And now my screen stuff is working too. Darn you, stupid machine. Okay, full screen, screen two. We're going to share this just like so. There we go. Okay, hey, I saw some extra comments. I'm going back to those comments now. So sit tight. Sit tight. All right, wait a minute. Did I just mess up again? No, I'm still live. I'm still live. We're all good. Okay, so where's the comment box on this? Hey, someone liked it. Thank you. Dun, dun, dun. We're good. All right, all right. Ah, Theodore. Oh, from Bulgaria. How awesome is that? Well, thank you very much for joining me. I am from Florida, and the time 16:43. That's 12, 13, 14, 15. It is 4:43 over there. In the morning or in the evening? Over here, it is 9:46 in the morning, almost 10 o'clock. Okay. Okay. Disable automatic updates. No, I want automatic updates. And George's updates are all not George. Theodore. What am I saying? The last name confused me. Gatsovsky. That is an awesome name. It's Gatsovsky. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I like using my attempt of a German thing. Gatsovsky. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not making fun of your name. I think it is awesome. I used to have a login, and my name was Sky Makowski. No joke. Don't laugh at me. Okay. I do find it interesting that I can show my face, but not show my face. Okie dokie. All right. I'm gonna. You know what? We're gonna have to deal with my face hiding. I was gonna try and be like a multi-purpose kind of function where you could see me looking and being funny all at the same time while I was working, but that's not gonna happen. All right. Let's see. File open from the desktop. There's going to be a picture of a crazy rabbit on here. Here we are. That's the Tumblr. Is there another version? The Tumblr is probably reduced. Oh, I see lots of client art. Ah, here we go. Yep, there it is. 1.12 megabytes. You are very welcome. Awesome names are awesome. And thankfully, even though you didn't pick your name, you got a good one. Rock on. I give you credit for getting a good name. Okay, let's see. Rotate canvas. Rotate by 90 degrees. I love this software, but I admit I'm still learning how to use it, but its line work is awesome. So we're going to work with it. Okie dokie. Alright, say we're going to go ahead and try and draw this little fella, and we're going to color him up, and he's going to look really fancy, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on a t-shirt. Maybe. A t-shirt's my thought. Let me grab my Red Bull over here. It sounded like my chair was farting. Oh, it only did it once. Okay. Have a very flatulent chair. It's made of leather, you know, so it's like... Oh yes, my love, my Red Bull, my sugar-free Red Bull. My wife got this for me yesterday for our 6-month anniversary. What an awesome gift. Oh yes. If you think I'm crazy now, wait till I finish this sucker. It's gonna get crazy up in here, man. Alright. Okay, so obviously I've already done my original drawing, so all I have to do is start drawing over it. I think what I'm going to do for starters, just to make sure that it makes it easier for me, if I drop my thing here, you can see that it does that pattern in the background, which I do not want. So we're going to quickly color this with some white. Bada bing, just like that. That way it kind of makes it a little easier to see what I'm doing. Okie dokie. Wow, this is amazing. Love it. And I love you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. It says all comments 3, but it's taken like all of Theodore's comments and like repeated them 6 times. There's like 20 comments. So I have no reason why I don't know why it's doing that, but that's okay. Okie dokie. So I'm going to zoom in nice and close here. And I'm on the layer that I want, so we're going to hide that. I'm using the G pen, because it's like G cool. And let's see what we come up with. How high can the voice go, folks? Alright. Let's see what the line is. It's white. That's not going to get very far. Let's change it to black. Ah, yes, black. Hello, my love. Okay, dokie, let's start with the big eye on this side here. So if you feel like you're getting stared at, or you feel like someone's looking at you from nowhere, it's not my fault. Alright, here we go. Oh, let me take a look at my pressure sensitivity. Oh, 25, nice, okay. So hopefully these lines will look very... Oh, wait. Something important. I want this thing to be big. I want to make it really big, and then I want to be able to blow it up and put it on stuff. So we got to see what size this sucker is. Okie dokie, change image resolution. The resolution right now is pretty big, okay? Let's see what happens if we double up on the resolution. The scale is 3. Scale's pretty big, huh? We go 300. What do we got? 1000 dpi. That's really a lot. Okay. So as much as I want that, that's not going to work. So we're going to fix pixel at that, and we're going to say 300 dpi, which is going to make it 900 dpi. It's gonna be freaky. And if this works the way I'm thinking, then my file just got a heck of a lot larger. Let's see, is it still doing a 300? It's what if I make this 4000? Okay. And 300 dpi. I sure have to correct. I want to smooth. There we go. That makes no sense at all. But still, it's very big, so we work very well with that. Oh my gosh, it just got a whole lot bigger. Okay, so now here's the fun thing. It says 16.4%, so let's see what it would look like at 100%. Still going. Okay, this is 100%. 99 if we're being specific, but that's actually pretty big, so that will work great. I'll put that on a whole bunch of different things if I really wanted to. Now, the benefit to me is that I'm considering it just a sketch, so anything that I put over top is going to look a lot cleaner, which is fine with me. Okay, the question is, will the computer be able to handle that while doing a live stream and stuff like that? So, Okie dokie. Shall we begin? Yes, we shall. All right. Oh, yes, nice fine lines. Hello, fine lines. Let's get very deep in here to stare at eyeball. And I'm just going to start building up these lines. Make my brush a little bigger. And didn't watch this in one stroke. Whoop! Nope, too big. A little smaller. One stroke. Whoop! There we are. And then we're gonna fill this up a little. There we are. Excuse me, a little frog in my throat. Okie dokie. Alright, let's see if I can get some of this right here. There we are. Okay. And clean up some edging here. Got a hard brush here for my eraser, so I'm just going to come back here. I'll probably just erase this and then refill it. Excuse me. Yes, the Red Bull is already working. All right, the first lines are complete. Yay! Okay, whatever. And we move on from here. Now, just to verify, it is still on the right layer. Just to make sure, can I lock these layers? Lock layer. Yeah! That way, there's no way to screw this up. Boom, 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 boom. See, it's the people from Bulgaria who want to watch today. People from Bulgaria. People from anywhere else apparently are still asleep, you sluggards. Wake up, folks. Tim Michael Arts is online, and we're having a good time. Okie dokie, let's start working on the eyeball. The eyeball, class, is the window to the soul. It's the window. Make sure that you clean with Windex every day at apparently 6:30 p.m. And the question being, in everyone's mind who's listening to this, whether live or not, is, man, he likes listening to himself talk, doesn't he? The answer would be yes. Because I got headphones on and I am listening to myself talk. He's quite humble, isn't he? Yes, actually, I'm not. You just wait and see. Something will happen, it'll knock my pride all the way down, and then things will go back to normal. It's all good. It's all good. And then I'll be quiet and not normal. Yes, folks, it's so exciting. We're looking at a big nose. This nose was from the old crescent ages of 1721. Isn't it attractive? Hello, viewer number 2. We have viewer number 1, who is the wonderful Theodore Getofsky. Getofsky. It almost sounds like get off sky. Getofsky. They want you to Getofsky. I don't know. I am so sorry. I am not making fun of your name. Remember, I love the name. I'm having fun. I'm so sorry. Oh, and we're back down to 1 viewer. Oh my gosh, Theodore left. I don't think he left. I think he likes me. Theodore, if I'm not answering any of your questions and you're leaving any questions or anything like that, it is because my chat has not updated. So it's supposed to automatically put in new comments as they come in. It might not always do that, but you are very welcome to ask questions. I'll be very happy to answer them in whatever voice I choose. And I appreciate you hanging out with me because I think you're still in here. 3 viewers! Thank you very much, you 3 viewers, for coming and hanging out today. I am working on a great big nose. Isn't that exciting, guys? Watch everyone go. A nose? Oh, who cares about the nose? We're leaving. Bye. For viewers, hello, folks. Please make sure to leave your comments in the YouTube box below. Not below, I guess. I guess it would be below or to the side. I'm not sure. When it's a live thingamajigin, I'm not sure where you would leave your comments. But please be patient. Apparently, my computer does not like to update new comments, so bear with me. I will give you a showing of what I am drawing to keep you in here. This looks pretty beast, doesn't it? Yeah. All right, I'm going to try and refresh my comments page because I got people on here and people talk, and I'm not seeing anyone talking. Okie dokie. Oh my gosh, I just gave him a dimple. Okay, no, there we go. Never mind. It's all good. It's all good. Save as, we're going to call it Epic Bunny. It's going to be the Epic Bunny. And comments are updating again. And I'm writing my file. There we go. Okay. All right, let's get back in here. And of course, no new comments. Like I said, if anybody else is leaving comments, which we would love. I love talking with people. It's all about the chit chat. Laura, how are you doing? You are so cool as well. Okay, so when I make big movements with my brush, it doesn't quite fill them because it's trying to process how smooth it needs to be. So if you see, you don't feel it. I feel it in my pen, but if you put your stabilization up too high in Manga Studio, that's where you start to feel it kind of go wonky on you. Because it's trying to keep the lines as crisp as possible for me. Which is good in this case. I'm just going to make that nose just a little bigger, just a hair bigger. Okay, that looks pretty good. See how clean that line looks coming around? Looks real nice and crisp. Okie dokie. Hello to third viewer. Welcome very much to Tim Michael, where we are broadcasting all the way to Bulgaria. That's correct. We have is it Bulgarian, Theo? I'm guessing Bulgarian. Is that? I mean, in Florida, we're called Floridians. You know, so I'm guessing Bulgarian. I mean, if someone was from Washington, what would it be? A Washingtonian? I was about to say, and then in Pennsylvania, it's Pennsylvanian, which I actually think is correct. So that's my best guess. He's got buck teeth. Oh my word, he needs some very serious dental work. We should get him some great big braces. And the braces will cost you $6 million because the government over here is ridiculous. Okay. And that looks like a tooth. Or 2 teeth. Why be picky about it? It's a tooth. It's a single tooth. No, it's 2 teeth. It's a broken tooth right down the middle. No, it's not, but still it's funny. Starting to look like a hare. Or a rabbit. There we go. Try and switch my brush over so I can clean up this leading edge. And then I'm going to erase everything I just did because it's a major screw up. There we go. Okie dokie. So now we're going to put in nice bright eyeball. And we'll go ahead and fill that in with just a basic brush. Hello from the UK. Brainiac, come on, get working. I'm working! What are you talking about? Okie dokie, we're going to drop stabilization to nil, and when I do that, now I'll be able to fill in eyeball nice and thick and full like this. Okay, it's really funny. I'm reading the comment here that you wrote here, Theodore, and it says, I'm here, I love how you pronounce my name, and I love your bowl. Which, then it's like, no, that's definitely not I love your bowl. There's more to it than this. And I scroll over, and there's a whole lot more here. So let's see what it says. Love your voice acting, and sorry, I'm so excited that my mind froze. I may need some Red Bull. Amen! Bring out the Red Bull! We're gonna have a party today. Jazz Jackrabbit, huh? I have to look that up. Thank you very much for enjoying the voices. I hear them in my head all the time. That's not awkward. For some reason, my wife likes them too. She has me pull out the good old it's not British. She doesn't like my British voice, which is kind of weird. But she really likes my Scottish voice. When I bring out the Scottish voice, she gets all like faint and excited. Hello, my love. I love you so much. You just got to make sure you roll your R's when you're doing your Scottish. It's just like that. Here we go. It's a great big eyeball. Oh my word, it's Godzilla in rabbit form. We should be concerned. Okie dokie. Let's see here. I'm going to rotate this way. And I got my stuff set back up. I'm going to save because I don't want to lose this. I'm putting too much work into this. Oh, and it drew a line right down his nose. That's a new tattoo. Here we go. Let's zoom in. Hello to my 4 viewers. Welcome. You are now my captive audience. Okay. What happened? Okie dokie, we extend eyeball out just a little more, and then we go ahead and do this, nice and thick, come to a nice thin line here, just like so. Okie dokie. Looks really freaky, great big bulbous eye. I'm just looking at you. It's kind of faded, so it looks a little dead. Okay, now as you can see, I got a great big thick outline on the outside of this thing, so I'm gonna try and mimic that in a little bit, but I'm just going to continue with the building up process on the inside first. It's just trying to get my form, and then I'll go back and I'll fix it. The nice thing about doing the digital side of things is I can kind of clean up things that I messed up on in the watercolor drawing that I did. Yeah, artists don't mess up, they make happy mistakes. Oh boy, that looks swell. Name that character. Okie dokie. I always imagined Mickey Mouse trying to play video games. I didn't see it ending very well. He'd get mad. Oh boy, you shut up. I'm gonna shoot you. Die, you die. Ha ha ha. It just doesn't sound right, does it? Okie dokie, we're making some very good progress today. I really wanted to do some kind of like flaming hair. Oh my gosh, the rabbit's hair is on fire. It is not on fire. Everything's fine. But oh my goodness. I really wanted to, my main goal, my 2 main goals were to really try and pop out the blues on the watercolor version, And the other thing that I really wanted to do was mess around with color spectrum, which is the color theory, where if you look at a color wheel, you have here's what we'll do. Hang on a sec. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Hello, people. Anybody who's watching who's wondering what I look like this. Yeah, that's me in the morning. Sorry. Okay. So let me see if I can get this right over here. Okay. All right. So it's called a tablet. It's quite impressive. I found a really cool app, and I use an Android. All of you iPhone people, just go away, go away. No, I'm just kidding. My wife has an iPhone. My wife has an iPad. She's got all the i stuff, and I still love her, so I love you too. Okay. I'm just an Android person myself. I like robots. Okay. So I found a really cool app. I'm not sure if they make it for iPad or iPod or whatever eyes there are, but I'm sure that you can find something like it. It's called Color Wheel. Okay. So it's a color wheel, and it shows lots of colors. And as you take this and you go around this way or whatever, and as you choose what level of color, you can see that it shows the color that you chose and then the color that complements it. And so that's really kind of cool because it lets you find ways to make your art kind of stand out a bit more boldly and find colors that match up. Not to get into our personal lives, I'm just saying, but my wife, she has she has red hair now. She used to have brown hair. Sorry, honey. When she had brown hair, she had like brown eyelashes or whatever. You know, I'm like jet black here, but she would have the brown eyelashes or whatever, and so she would do, what would she do? I think she did like brown eyeliner and stuff. Not eyeliner. Yeah, maybe it was eyeliner and shadow and all that stuff. All you women out there know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, she did the brown eyeliner and all that sort of stuff, and then she used blue. I think it was like blue mascara or something blue. And of course her eyes were blue, but she used the brown and the blue, and it set off really well. And last night I was working on that, and I was working with the color theory, the color wheel, and all that stuff, and I realized that they are actually harmonizing colors. So when I told her, wow, you look good today, it's because those harmonizing colors caught my attention. So I really wanted to try harmonizing colors in the piece that you're looking at me drawing here. And so it works out pretty well. I'm thinking I'm going to end up doing a YouTube tutorial around that. And this is a part of it. This is the live version, where you get everything fresh and uncut. That's quite deadly. All right, I'm switching back. I'm switching back. Excuse me. Okay. If anyone's leaving any comments, please make sure that you do on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for commenting and hanging out. I apologize if I gave him another dimple. I apologize if I don't respond to your comments right away. That's because they're not coming in as quickly as they should. But what do you do? Okay. Let's see. I want to kind of give him a little bit more pupil. There we go. That looks much better than before. And if not, I just color it in. Because I have the power. What is it with me today? I'm stuck on the British voice. I should be doing like my best voice impersonation ever. Oh, I could be drawing like Mickey the whole time. Welcome to the Tim Michael Stand-Up Comedy Hour, where you fall asleep while listening to millions of accents. Any of you guys used to watch VeggieTales? VeggieTales was a Christian cartoon created by a company called Big Idea Productions. And they had this one guy named Alfred the Asparagus. And I used to be able to do that voice when I was a kid. I didn't realize I could still do it, but I hear it. There's a song in some of the videos and things like that. And it's Everyone Has a Water Buffalo. I know it sounds weird. For those of you who are not fans of the VeggieTale-ness, I am going to tell you about it. And it's everybody's got a water buffalo. Yours is fast, but mine is slower. Where we get them, I don't know, but everybody's got a water buffalo. Woo! Okay, so anyway, that's the whole song. And so Alfred the Asparagus would jump on and stop Larry, who was the one singing the song, be like, What do you mean everyone has a water buffalo? Not everyone has a water buffalo. We're gonna get nasty letters. And I don't have a water buffalo. Where's my water buffalo? And so it was all really cute and it's kind of fun. So just saying. So if you do not have a water buffalo, call Big Idea Productions or VeggieTales and tell them that you want your water buffalo. Not that I would want one personally. I'm sure that's a lot of cleanup. Okie dokie. Now I want to try and make my lines smaller in here so I can get some kind of definition. So I'm just going to try and keep my brush, my G pen a little smaller as I ink this up. Oops. Okie dokie. Yes, it's a rabbit with a gun. Run away while you still can. I can kind of hear him. I had a joke planned. I was going for it, but I lost it. And it was going to be funny too. It was going to be really funny. It was going to be something like, "Yes, I am Bugs Bunny's brother, Barry Bunny." And actually, with how he looks, he should have like a really high voice.
Oh, yes, I'm Barry Bunny, and I carry guns with me everywhere I go. You can never be too protected.
Okay. For viewers, people must be having fun, hopefully, or else they are putting themselves through self-torture. You've done something wrong in your lifetime, and you're listening to these voices, and it's perfect punishment for what you need to punish yourself for what you've done, right? Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. But hang out for 5 more minutes. That'll get me my karma. I do not believe in karma, but if I did, I would do it with an accent. Yes, I make sound effects while drawing. And here comes the line. I always thought it would be cool to be a stand-up comedian. Always thought it would be fun. My three ex-girlfriends told me I couldn't do it. So I became an artist. And now I talk to myself while everyone listens and I act like an idiot. I think I beat them. I think I can do it. Okie dokie. Let's zoom out and see what this fellow looks like so far. He looks like a really messed up rabbit, which is awesome. Okay. Thank you very much to all you guys who are hanging out and having a good time. If you don't mind, if you're not too bored, would you go ahead and take this link and share it on your Facebooks for me, or whatever network you're on? Maybe we see if we can get some more people in here. Thank you so much. I promise I'll do more voices if you share it. Oh, and yes, hit the like button for me on the video, of course. Like buttons are very important. Okie dokie. So far so good. I kind of went a little thick on the outer ankle there, but I do not care. I do not care. People from Bulgaria do not care. It's all good. That's my I'm working on building up my impersonation of Gru from Despicable Me. So if you know Despicable Me, you would recognize his voice. Even though I admit I do not do it well. Steve Carell, who's the actor for him, does that voice like awesome, and of course because it's kind of his voice. I'm just saying. But I'm still trying to get the hang of Gru. You are going to have the wrath of Gru? I don't think I have it. I really don't. And I keep trying, and I burn myself out from trying.
And we want to put a pretty little tail in here. Do you want a little pretty tail? Yeah, I want a pretty little tail. Okay, we're going to put in a pretty little tail.
Okay, I'm using my comedy mojo. It is time for a sip of the sugar-free Red Bull. 16 ounces of energy goodness. Oh, yes. Okay. And we're back. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Apparently, I have a very stuffy nose today. Okay, so now here's the question. Can I create a shape? Like I said, I'm still learning all of this stuff. Oh, yes, there is an ellipse tool. Now, let's see what happens if I hold down Shift. It's doing exactly what I want. Yay! So what do I do? Can I, like, whoops. Why did it move? I have no idea what I just did. Let's try this again, shall we? So that, whoa, my stuff is, what's this? I'm moving my cursor around. Okay. Aspect adjust. What if I wanted to alter it? Like, what if I wanted to change it? I don't know. What if I do not like my line? I do not like the line. I might have to hand draw those, which I really don't want to do, but I'm not really sure how to fix this. So if I make my brush size thicker, that's the thing. I mean, how many times am I going to have to? Oh, no, oh, wait. Okay, now how would I move it? Stop it! Excuse me, that was like a mini belch. Because what I want to do is, see, look at this. See how it's got this little shaky little line thing going on around it? I want to move it. I want to move, but it's not letting me move it. Okay, fine. You little troublemaker, I'm going to do it on your own layer. And we're going to, it's going to kill me. Okay, there we go. That would be the outer circle. I'm going to copy that layer. And I want to see if I can just take that one and scale it. And this is, the functions in Manga Studio are awesome. They really are. Until you start looking at it going, how do I do it? The functions are really insane. I think you can be a great voice actor. I want to hear your voice in movies. Also notice Minion on your t-shirt. That's correct. My wife is a Minion fan, and I am a Minion fan. Our favorite line from a Minion, quoted by a wonderful Minion, is, "What?" Yeah, that took some practice. That's a takes a lot to be able to get that high pitch in there. But oh my gosh, I got it. I got it figured out. Let's see. I know I want to alter the sizing, so I'll just draw a lasso tool around it. See, I want to get this without having to do the lasso tool. I do not wish to expand, I wish to contract, but I would like to do it with my own functions instead of this insanity. All right, clear outside, scale up, scale down. Here we go. Oh, yes, that's what I wanted. Sit and stay. There we go. All right, that looks awesome. So we're going to go ahead and deselect that. We'll take these two layers. I'm going to merge them together. All right. And now I'm going to make copies of this, and I'm going to start moving it into its proper positions. There we go. That's right, you're doing such a great job. Okay, let's merge those now. And we'll copy this. And I'll move this down here. Yeah, it's definitely going to need a little cleanup because I'm looking here and my gun isn't quite correct. I guess if I really wanted to, just to check it and make sure I'm doing it right, I could draw a box and then draw it within the box, but I'm too lazy. Hello to my 5 viewers. Thank you very much for hanging out. Please come on into the YouTube channel where the live event is happening. You can leave comments on the video itself, and I will see them only in there. So if you're commenting from other areas like Google Plus, which, excuse me, that's Red Bull for you. If you're commenting in there, I don't see them because I don't know how to work Google Plus. I admit it's so advanced, and usually I'm the guy who understands advanced, but it feels so advanced. I can't take this. I can't take the pressure. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, okay. I'm going to go ahead and call that proper. And here's the sad thing, the other side is not going to be so easy because I did it on a 3/4 view, so.
There are 6 people in here. Oh my gosh, we're making a record. Yippee.
Thank you very much for hanging out, 6 peoples. Oh my gosh, you have nothing better to do than come and make me make loud noises, huh? Alright, here we go. And stretch. Work it, girls, work it. Stretch your ellipse, stretch it. Doke. I want to move this way, I want to move down. Oh my gosh, I'm moving everything. Curses. Okay. Let's try it on a new layer, shall we? That should make a big difference. Okay. Yes, you may choose that. I wonder what role I'd be good for acting, for voice acting. Should I play a villain? Should I play a mythical creature? Or should I try to be a Scotty, She can't get any faster, Jim. Alright, let's see. I want to make these smaller, so I'll go select that with that tool, and I'm going to go ahead and select these. Because I'm a lazy bum, and I don't want to draw it by hand. Okay. Okay, there we go. I think that's close. Yeah, that's it right there. All right. You have officially been entered and applied. Okay. Let's make a new layer. And we're going to draw a circle around that one. There's got to be another way to do it. I just haven't learned it yet. It's going to be something stupid, too. And I'm going to be like, ah, darn you. So my wife is at work today. And while the cat's away, the mice will play. Or the rabbits. So I'm working on this, and then I got actual artwork that I really need to get done for my clients. I got a couple pieces that are due by tomorrow evening, so I have actually quite a bit of work ahead of me, but I really liked how I drew this up last night, so I figure I'd just go ahead and have some fun with it and turn it into a t-shirt or something like that. Hey, stop it. Do not mess with me.
So if anybody wants a free t-shirt,
not free. I can't afford to give out free t-shirts. Are you kidding? I'm a starving artist. Oh, that gun looks cool. Look at that. Nice circles in there. So now the hard part's going to be the other side, but I'll figure it out. That's beast.
Okie dokie. Let's see.
Let's go ahead and erase this. Oh, I know what I was doing.
slightly just like off track, so I'm good now.
Let's go ahead and name this. That way I don't lose track of this. Right gun. That is going to shoot my brains out. And then this one is overall outline. Okay. And we're going to save it because if something were to crash, that's just how that goes. Okay. It's time for another sip. Oh, good. It's so good. Oh my gosh. All right. So we got all this great line quality, and then we have these circles. Okay. Back from whence we came. I'm going to go ahead and erase this. And let's get back to some really honest to goodness inking instead of drawing stupid circles all day. You guys did not come here to watch me draw stupid circles. Oh, this is going to be a good chance to fix this. Take a look here. I have the thumb folding down right here next to the finger, but on the other side, I screwed up. It looks like he's holding the gun backwards with his pinky on the trigger. So I'm going to have to draw this thumb coming out this way like that. That way I can kind of fill this in and fix it, and then I'll draw the finger overlapping over top that. But I want it to look a little cleaner than that. So it's just explaining, just explaining. Or in the words of Olaf from the movie Frozen, I almost said from the movie Let It Go because that song just seems to populate everything.
Let it go, let it go.
From the movie Frozen, the wonderful Olaf saying, all good things, all good things. I used to love that song. I used to listen to it. Spotify, I had it on there. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold me back anymore. It just seemed so nice. And then one day I went and I did a caricature event. I was drawing at an event live. I was drawing a bunch of little girls because it was a father-daughter dance at a local high school. It was so cute. It was an elementary school. Okay, it was whatever, pre-K or whatever. Little tiny girls. And one of the girls decided that she was going to go up and get a hold of the microphone up front. And when she did, oh my land,
Let it go, let it go.
rip my ears out, throw them on the ground, and stomp on them. She's singing so bad it makes you want to slap your mama. It was like, I've never been able to look at the Let It Go song that way ever again. I used to work for a Christian theme park where I ran a climbing wall. It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Got to watch a lot of people climb. Got to climb the wall a lot myself. I had some like super major awesome forearms back then, man. I was like Mr. Muscular. I could climb the wall in 15 seconds, and it was a lot of fun. Really, really good days. But a lot of popular Christian songs back at that time, um, the ones that you would listen to over and over and over on the radio and stuff like that, they were really fun until you realize suddenly that the soundtrack that they were playing at the theme park that I was working at was the kids screaming, yelping little kids singing the same songs that I loved from the radio. And it's like, I'm being tortured. So I'd sit there every single day listening to this soundtrack of these little kids singing my favorite Christian songs, and my ears nearly bleeding and exploding from the sound of creaking loud children singing the songs. It's like, oh, kill me now, just kill me now. Okay, and the Pinky. Pinky and the Brain, the Pinky and the Brain. Okay. Thank you to everyone who's here. We got 7 viewers. I hope that you are enjoying my constant screaming and annoying antics. There are some people here who claim that they like my voices, so good for you. Please, if you want to hang out and get involved in the conversation, head on over to the YouTube video where the live event is taking place, and you can leave comments where I can see them and talk to you. It's kind of freaky, isn't it? And make sure that you just leave your comments in there. Let me know what you're thinking. Tell me if you like my design, Oh, now why is everyone leaving? It just jumped down to 5 viewers. Oh, why are you guys like just running off in the middle of me? I'm talking to you. In the great words of Gabriel Iglesias, they thought they was tech support. I couldn't figure out the line I wanted to use. Anyway, everyone's jumping over to the YouTube channel probably. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome to the YouTube channel. I'll let you know that there seems to be a absolute major delay of comments coming in. So put in a comment, wait like 60 minutes, and then I will I will respond back once I receive it. Right now we got Theodore Gatovsky. The Gatovsky man is leaving some wonderful comments. Thank you very much. We had Laura Lullaby, and she said that she is from the UK. So we got someone from the UK, and we got someone from Bulgaria. Mr. Theodore here is probably this big muscular kind of guy, And so, hello, Mr. Big Theodore. Okay. Anyway, so I am updating now, and it's repeating all of Theodore's messages. Apparently, Google has some work to do on their chat system. Oh, my word. Hey, hello, I'm calling tech support. Yes, I am the tech support. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia. Which Georgia? The one you don't know. Okay, here we go. Comment from J Art Studios. Hey, Tim, have you ever used Karita? Karita? I admit, I have never heard of that. What is that? Tell me more. I am listening. The software that I usually use, if it is a software, I'm not sure if you're discussing a software. I've been messing around a lot with Manga Studio. That's this one here that I'm drawing in. I've also my main 2 softwares that I usually draw in are Photoshop CS6. Excuse me, but admittedly, I could get away with almost any Photoshop. And the hiccups have begun. Ooh. Um, Photoshop CS6, and then also I use oh goodness, what is it called? What is it called, people? What do I usually use? Come on, my fans, talk to me. Okay, I'm feeling you guys all screaming out loud, and you guys are saying Paint Tool Sai. All right, there we go, Paint Tool Sai. So yes, I use Photoshop and Paint Tool Sai. I'm so sorry, I'm so crazy this morning. Um, Photoshop and Paint Tool Sai are my main ones, and then I've just been messing around with Manga Studio, and I love its inking and not so much the colors so far. I'm gonna mess with the colors today, but definitely when it comes to inking, this program takes the cake. It's really awesome. So um, those are the two programs. But if Karita or Krita or whatever is a software, I have not experienced it, and I'd be curious what you think of it, and we can have a conversation back and forward for about 6 hours because apparently comments come in that slow. So I apologize. I want to talk to all of you. So leave your comment and wait as long as you can, and I will do my very best to answer you back. I'll try and keep refreshing this to see. It is a painting drawing program I hear great things about. Okay, very cool. I'll look into it. The other program that I was helping market for a little bit there was called okay, all of you guys start talking. You've seen the video on YouTube. It's gonna hit me. It's not DeviantArt. It's the it's gonna hit me. It's gonna hit me. Hang on. And it falls flat. I don't hear it. Okay. Anyway, there is another software out there that I began to experience that I thought was really great because it had an infinite canvas. I made a YouTube video about it, and I promised everyone that I would not sell, but I would do a contest about it, and all of my codes expired, so I wasn't able to do that, so I apologize, guys. But that program was also a very good program, and I just can't remember what it was. Sycra's been using it. That's very cool. I have not talked to Sycra in forever. He probably doesn't even remember me anymore. I used to actually chat with Sycra every now and then. I check in on him. I drew him once. He was one of my subscribers, and he actually won a contest where I drew him, and there is a YouTube video on that. It's back when I was really just getting new into YouTube and getting new into drawing caricatures online and things like that, and really starting my business. And I did not realize who Sycra really was until later on. And of course, he really got his start back then when I used to chat with him. So I haven't talked with him since, but I was actually going to do a collaboration with him. But yeah, Sycra is awesome. He's a good guy. I enjoyed chatting with him back in the day. And he has a lot more time to do his YouTube stuff than I do. Once you get married and once you have a job, it all goes out the window, folks. Yes, it's a rabbit with two great big hair dryers. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's actually a stylish bunny. Oh my gosh, does he do hair? Oh my gosh. I love your color. Blue and brown. It's like so perfect. It's harmonizing colors. Okay. Let's try and refresh and see what happens with the comments. It's supposed to auto-update, but it's not. Thank you very much to my 6 viewers who are hanging out. If you are not subscribers of my channel, don't worry, you're not missing out on much. I'm totally kidding. I love my YouTube channel, and I watch my own videos very often. Doesn't sound right. I watch myself constantly. I don't. I watch my videos and I critique myself. That's what it really is. Okay, now the hard part is working on ellipse ovals. Because this program, I usually use Illustrator at work. I'm a graphic designer by day, and I love how I can alter stuff with vector in Illustrator. But oh, how cool is that? But I can't move it, can I? I'm trying different buttons, but they're not working. So let me see here if I can put this into where I would like it. That's an eraser. That's not what I wanted. You see how it says move layer here? Move layers in selected area. Change status of object to move to. How do I see? All I want to do is simply resize this thing. So there's so many settings here. Control point by drag, because this program actually also works in the 3D. I can do 3D shapes and things in the program because it basically is trying to help you design with 3D characters, which I'm not a fan of. So I like the program for its inking ability, not so much for all the other little functions. Even though I did used to use it way back when I first started drawing comics, I actually had I worked with the 3D subject, and it worked well. But I'm just not a fan of it. I'm kind of an old traditional kind of guy. Okay. All right. This is going to take the most time. Everyone's going to leave while I'm working on this. Watch what happens. All right. So now, I like it. We're going to hit enter, deselect. I'm going to copy that layer.
Excuse me.
Okay. Time for a sip of the Red Bull. Red Bull, it gives you wings. Have you noticed that they don't have those they don't actually have those whatchamacallits anymore? Those commercials. Red Bull, it gives you wings and it makes you think you're drinking beer. Honestly, that's what it looks like. It looks like a British beer. Really, it is beer. We decided to offer it as an energy drink in America. Everyone's freaking out over it. It's from our government. It's full of every kind of stupid thing that you should never drink. We put cow hooves in it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna resize this one. All you guys are over there.
Why are you sniffing in my ear? It's awkward.
There we go. Sorry, got some stop with that one. That's disgusting. I am so sorry. Hang on, guys. I gotta check my phone. My wonderful wife has boxed me, so I just need to check this out really quick. I am so sorry. Just really quick. If my phone would hurry up really quick. I love you. Good morning, my princess. Yes, I talked to her like that. Deal with it. Okay, very cool. Okay, phone is down. We're back to drawing. Okay. Once again, I have to apologize for last time. I was watching a TV show with my wife, and I got caught up in it. And next thing you know, all of my folks who were watching me draw live all disappeared because I totally forgot about the podcast. I'm so sorry. Okay, should now. Shout good, that should work. Okay. Okay, I need another program here. And I'm going to draw another circle around these. And I'm going to take these and I'm going to go like so. Okay, and readjust it so that there is more on the inside of the circle than on the outside, so it looks like it's pointing outwards. That looks about right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. That looks not bad. All right, now we need another one. And this one is going to go as one of the turrets. Excuse me, goodness. Red Bull, it does not give you wings, it makes you burp constantly. Thank you very much for 18 comments. Nice conversation with everyone in here. Sounds like I'm a golf announcer voice. And he's making his first putt. Goal! Sorry, soccer kicked in. I'm so sorry. Okay, so that looks fine. Everyone just plugged their ears like, he's so loud! Okay, circle that. There's got to be a better way to do this. If any of you guys work in Manga Studio, I'm up for advice, because I'm not sure how to do that any easier. I learned from just experimenting and watching YouTube videos. Don't we all? YouTube is a wonderful thing. But saying that, that means that there's an awful lot of stuff I don't know, and I teach you guys about it in my YouTube videos when I find out, oh no, I have cut it off. That's not good. That's not going to work at all. Oh, no wonder. Look at all the layers selected. I'm such a boob. And actually, I can take these two layers and merge them together. Perfect. And these two layers are what? Okay. So I'm just going to take this layer and move it up to here. And another one there. And one more here. So my desire is to turn this into a t-shirt. So if any of you guys want to buy this t-shirt, because it's awesome, then I will try and see if we can provide a link a little later. Because I work off those websites where you make the t-shirt, you know, online, and then it's shipped to the client whenever they purchase it. That means that I'm not spending any money. I don't have to keep it anywhere. So it makes it really easy for me. Okay. The marketing is done. I'm back to drawing. Okay. So let's see here. All right, let's see. That should be all four now. There we go. And what's this one? It's the outer ring. I'm going to go ahead and link that as well, just to minimize as much as possible. Nice, and that's the other gun. So this one would be the left gun. Left gun. Left-hand gun. I'm spelling it wrong. Left gun. All right, let's do a refresh on the comments and see if anything else has come in. Keep looking at the stupid screen, and I'm seeing my mouse jump across. I'm like, something's going wrong here. I don't see why it's not moving. I bet. Okay. All right, time to save. And have a sip of Red Bull. It gives you wings! I'm sorry, I keep using that, don't I? It gives you belches. Okay. Let's go back into my normal line work. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can quickly begin inking in these turrets in here. It's a super rabbit gun. It shoots Easter eggs. Rabbit walks in one day into the CIA operative office, and we would like to show you the new guns you will be using during your exhibition. And what kind of gun is it? It is an egg shooting gun with 4 turrets, and it's going to be really cool. The kids will walk up to you and you will shoot them in the face with eggs. Well, that doesn't sound very Easter Bunny-y. We don't care. We thought it was cool anyway. Easter Rabbit needs something to keep the dogs away. Whoa, whoa. I don't know if that would stop them from chasing him down the road, but hey. You are the Easter Bunny. You must learn to defend yourself. Easter Bunny in Mortal Kombat on Easter. Now, actually, if you guys have ever seen Rise of the Guardians, that movie was awesome. And at the same time, it had the Easter Bunny in it, and the Easter Bunny was Awesome. Totally cool. I like fangirl the Easter Bunny in that one. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
but I actually drew the Easter Bunny in a, hey, I don't want to do it in perspective. I want to screw with it. Okay, is this going to change it? Oh, yes, much better. Anyway, what was I saying? Here we go. Sorry. Focus on where to put it. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, and of course, draw 2 lines here. If you look at my YouTube channel, anyway, I drew the Easter Bunny, kind of like a pencil, not a pencil, ballpoint pen sketch, which was a lot of fun. One of my other styles that I usually don't pull out all that often. Oops, I think I lost something. There we go, all fixed. Okay. Okay, it's okay. And we're going to merge things down just to save as much memory as possible. All right, that's fine. Okay, time to save. And thank you for your comments, guys. You're welcome to comment. And like I said, please be patient. What is the name of the rabbit? This rabbit has no name. If you come up with an awesome name, that will become the name of this rabbit. Good luck. The name of this bunny is Mr. Killjoy. I don't know. I drew another dimple. There we go. All fixed. I love inking in this program. This thing is awesome. We have reason to believe that there's a great big bunny dancing around, dancing around in the city with a great big Easter egg gun. It's not even Easter yet. He's practicing. I had a lot of fun drawing this last night. I got it done. I was like, dude, this is beast. Have you guys seen How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2? I have. My wife and I are humongous fans of How to Train Your Dragon. The movie was epic. And spoiler alert, folks, plug your ears. We hate the fact that Stoic died. We thought Stoic was cool. It makes sense. It really makes a lot of sense. Like I said, major spoiler alert. But I kind of think that because they have Hiccup becoming the like the new king, the new leader, it wouldn't have made sense for Stoic to be around, because then Stoic would have been like telling him how to do things. So by getting rid of Stoic, they benefited from, he benefits from it. So his mom, like I said, major spoilers, his mom can, see him as a leader because she barely knows him and she sees him already doing an amazing job as a leader. But I mean, if you pay attention to Stoic and you pay attention to um, all the stuff that you see with him and everything, he's very controlling of Hiccup. So by getting rid of him, it benefits Hiccup in a major way, so he can become the leader. So as much as we hated to see him die, and especially die in the way he did, which is totally a bummer in every way, shape, and form, definitely probably the best idea. Okay, I'm going to save, and I'm going to switch over to camera, and we are going to talk. We must have a talk. There we go. If you have any questions, like I said, leave them in the comment and in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. I will be refreshing for a couple minutes, and I'll chat with you guys. Same here, but I think there is a way that he could be alive. Does this mean another sequel? Do we have How to Train Your Dragon 3? That would be very nice. I think it would be very cool to see him come back. I'm okay with that. In a big way. And I admit, I really liked the love connection between him and his wife. When she's there, at the iceberg, and she's telling him why she never came back and why she ran away and everything. And he comes up to her and goes, "You look as beautiful as you did the day that you left," and that's really cool. I really liked that. The only thing that I kind of thought would have been a little better is that maybe they could have chosen a better female actor to do the voiceover for the mom. I admit, my wife disagrees with me completely, but her voice, I understand that it needs to sound a little guyish and a little deep, for a mother like that, because you're trying to explain that this is a very Viking family, so you're going to have a deeper, darker voice. But at certain points in time, honestly, the voice went male. It felt male to me, and it lost its connection with me. So, and she's a very pretty design for a woman in the animation. So I would have liked to have seen a slightly same deep voice, but slightly different voice. Still deep, still obviously, you know, Viking kind of esque, but different feel. But other than that, I absolutely loved the connection between Hiccup and Astrid. I loved their connection. I love the whole thing of kissing him on the cheek and like having all the drool from Toothless. I think that was adorable, absolutely adorable. They didn't hint about them making another How to Train Your Dragon movie 3 as well as a Kung Fu Panda 3. They did or didn't? They did hint. Okay. Well, I think I'm pretty sure I heard rumor about a Panda Express. That's a restaurant. I love Panda Express, but they will be making a Panda Express 3, and it will contain orange chicken. Orange chicken is awesome. If you've never been to Panda Express, it's really good. You gotta check it out. Okay, back to the topic on hand. I think Kung Fu Panda 3. I think they are in the works of that. I'm wondering. All right, sorry, I'm jumping off. I'm just kind of curious. IMDb, here we come. IMDb.com. My wife loves IMDb. It's awesome. All right, let's take a look at Jack Black. Let's see if he's doing anything right now. Jack Black. Well, no, I don't want to watch videos. I want to see what he's. Here we are. Right now, in filming, Kung Fu Panda 3 is in post-production. This is the wonderful thing about IMDb. They kind of give you a little bit of a heads up of what's coming. So yes, Kung Fu Panda 3 is real and is in post-production right now. So, all right, now let's check out something else. There will be an HTTYD 3. HTTYD. Hang on. How to Train Your Dragon 3. Yes. Coming in 2016, I heard there would be a 4, but who knows? Does anybody know how many books there are in the How to Train Your Dragon series? I'm pretty sure that it's actually based off of a book and that there were multiple books. So I can kind of see this going the same way that Harry Potter went, where they're trying to do all the books. I think that would be really cool. Let's see. How to Train. Oh, no. I want to do it in IMDb. I don't want to do it in.
Excuse me.
Again, third time. Lots of burps there. All right. How to Train Your Dragon 2. Okay. Let's see. Jay Baruchel as Hiccup. And How to Train Your Dragon 3 has been announced for 2016. Hiccup Horrendous Haddock. Oh, I guess it's the boys, the third. Okay. So yes, there is as you already said, it has been announced. They're working on it. How to Train Your Dragon 3, of course, yes. I just love IMDb. It gives you a hint on what's being produced. Like right now, I'm a big fan of Dick Van Dyke. I don't know how many of you guys remember Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins, from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, a couple of the old movies. But he is actually in post-production. Is it post-production? No, filming right now for a brand new Night in the Museum. You remember the Night in the Museum movies? One Night in the Museum, something like that. But he's coming back again in another movie, which is going to be cool because Dick Van Dyke is ancient. He's old, but he's still in the movies, which I think is really cool because you haven't seen him in much anymore. And I was spamming the internet all day yesterday, watching YouTube videos. He was on another actor's show. Yeah, the books are from Cressida Cowell. That does sound very familiar. Um, so I would like to actually see them take that further. And obviously, they're not afraid to do some damaging stuff in the video, like killing off what's his face, Stoic. You know. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back, I guess, to art mode. We'll keep getting some more stuff done here because I think I'm about done inking this. I'm gonna go ahead and put the heavy outline on the outside, and then we'll go ahead and do some color to it and see what happens. Okay. So let me go ahead and switch back into the camera mode here. My other mode. But there we go. Okay. Okay. I think it's going to be really cool that they're making some more Kung Fu Pandas and another dimple. I hate when I do that. Okay. We're going to go ahead and begin shading on the guns, I think, really quick. So I'm actually going to do a separate outline for this because this kind of shading is never fun. It's not easy for me. So we'll go ahead and start this. Oops, my stabilization's taken over a little bit. Anyway, I am enjoying hanging out with you guys today. Thank you very much. I'm having a ball. We need less of this. You just pointed to all of me. Name that movie! And considering that we just talked about it, it's kind of like not that fun, but still. Do-do-do-do. I'm gonna have to buy this as a t-shirt for myself. This thing is awesome. Okay. And this one has it here. There's a lot of great movies coming out that I'm really excited about. There's Guardians of the Galaxy looks like it's going to be really interesting. There's another one called The Kingsman that's coming out. That's going to be really cool. If you've ever seen, I don't know if you guys are fans of older historical kind of movies, but there was one called The King's Speech, and the actor in that is awesome. And The King's Speech is one of my favorite movies. I love that one. Um, and I'm usually more of a comedy guy, and there's some comedy in it, but it's really very intricate and a very very good storyline. So I'm really a big fan of that one. Other than that, that actor is in The Kingsman, and it's based around a very unique idea of them hiring like young teens to be knights of the round table kind of idea, so kind of a cool theory that I'm looking forward to seeing play out. um, I think it's going to be cool. And there's a bunch of great movies out that my wife and I are really looking forward to going to. We got them written down on the calendar. We're ready to buy tickets. We got a couple free passes and things, so it's going to be cool. The only thing I kind of wish I could do was find, like where they would be having pre-screenings, because I think it'd be cool to go to a pre-screening. I used to do that back when I worked in radio, and that was always fun. Okay, that looks pretty beast. Let's get some more of the action here in the legs. And then we'll knock in some color. Worst comes to worst, I might take it over to Photoshop. All right. Refreshing to see if any new comments have come in. So sit tight. We'll see if anything else has happened. And then I'm going to go ahead and begin the heavy outline around this guy. And then we'll go ahead and throw in the color. This looks really cool. I like this thing. One of my more dynamic caricatures, I would say. One of my more dynamic illustrations. Okay. Make my brush a bit bigger. It wouldn't surprise me if my sister has actually read the How to Train Your Dragon books. She's an avid reader, so I can see her actually reading those books, and she's a big fan of the movie as well. So it would not surprise me at all. All right, let's see. I'll have to clean up some edges on this because, admittedly, I can. It looks like it's deforming a little bit as I color around it. It's actually easier to see in the live stream view, the live feed view right now than it is in my own screen where I'm actually drawing it. Oh, no wonder. 15, 25, that'll make a difference. That would help out a lot. All right, let me try and see about cleaning up some edges here with the eraser. Yep, already making it pop. Looks great. Excuse me. I think what I need to do is I need to draw a line where I know I'm going to fill it, and then go back and fill it in. I think that'll be the cleanest way to produce the stroke around this guy. Yeah, it looks much better, and it kind of helps give me a sense of depth because I can kind of match up my stroke as I draw it out. I think that's actually the best idea. That's the best idea I've had all day. Something else, jumping back on the movies topic, something that really gets me often is when usually I can read a movie. Usually I can actually see what's going to happen next in the movie. Um, I guess I have a bit of a writer's brain, so I can kind of see what's going to happen next and see what the writers were thinking on doing in the story. And I'll look over at my wife and I'll be like, yeah, that person's going to die now, or yeah, the cat swallowed the key, or whatever the thing is that I think is going to happen, and I'm usually fairly accurate on that. And my wife is like, I'm never taking you to the movies ever again. And the nice thing about the How to Train Your Dragon stuff is that it actually threw me off, where I'm thinking something's going to happen or mom's going to die because she wasn't really a major connection in the storyline, even though you just meet her, she's going to die off and it's no big deal because Hiccup finally did get to meet her and, it's just whatever. in comparison to Dad, who's always been there, and always, it would be really hard for him to watch his dad leave in comparison to his mom, or his mom being like a pirate and saying we need to stay with our family, take care of our own, and Hiccup being like I can't do that, and following his dad's footsteps or whatever. So I kind of usually I can read into that stuff and kind of get a beat on what's going to happen. But it was really nice because that movie actually kind of threw me for a major loop and left me guessing. And I like when I'm left guessing. It feels good to not know for once what's going on. All right, refreshing my YouTube comments to see if anything news. Excuse me, anything news come up? I admit I'm not a big fan on how this shoulder is linking up with this neck, so we'll have to see. I might try and doctor that a little later, but I'm going to go ahead and just fill in all of my deep tones first, all of my blacks. And because this gun's kind of out in the forefront, I'm actually going to put that thick outline all the way around it, all the way around the barrel of the gun, so it actually looks like it's sticking out towards us a bit more. It'll give it a bit more pump. Let's see if I'm right about that. We'll zoom out here. Yeah, you see how it looks like it's kind of coming out towards us? Even though I overlined it over the ear, which usually I would not do. So I'll do the same thing here for the hand. Hopefully that'll make it look like it's jutting out a little bit more than before. Hey Roy, how you doing? Sorry I haven't gotten back to you on that T-shirt. If you're still up for it, I don't know if my wife would want one, and that's just because she's very stylish. And honestly, I can see her wearing it for like a nightshirt or something. But I'm the one who would enjoy wearing them. So I appreciate the offer, but if you want to buzz me over, two shirts or whatever, that's cool. And I'm sure there's someone I can pass it off to or show it off to or whatever. That would be cool, whatever you wanted to do. But let me know. I know you said something like it's like $21, $22 grand total that I owe you. So just let me know and I'll be glad to pay up because I want my copy of your book. Um, I got to work with this gentleman here. If you take a look at the comments, his name is Roy Stone, and had a really fun time. We've done two books together, right? I'm the pre-sketch artist for two of his books that he has done. One's a coloring book for his church, and the other one is a book that he has produced and is now selling on Amazon. So if you guys are curious on the kind of pre-sketching that I do, my pre-sketching looks a little different than his finished artwork, but the layout and everything like that's all my doing. So for the most part, except where he has stepped in and made it look much better. We had to rush through a whole bunch of stuff to get this book produced in time for him, but really fun. Looking forward to the next one. And you're welcome to say the name of your book, and if it'll accept links, stick a link on there and direct people to it if you want, Roy. 'Cause he got friends in low places. And that would be my wife. hang on a second. I'm going to zoom out, let you guys see this in the big picture, and I'm going to go quickly. I'm just going to quickly take a look at this box from my wife here. Sit tight. Well, I admit, Roy, my backgrounds stink. I'm not good at backgrounds at all. So you definitely helped out with the backgrounds and cleaning up my junk. But I got all the sketches right here. Here, let's do this. I'll pop into my camera mode real quick and I'll show these off. Oh, nope, I just went into capture mode. Not what I meant to do. There we go. So I actually, believe it or not, I have them right here in front of me. These are the preliminary sketches of his book. Our book, if we're being really there, but I just handled the sketches. So these are all the preliminary, maybe not all of them, but a bunch of them. Nope, that's not it. That's another caricature I was working on for another client. That's one I was working on for another client. That's one I was working on for one of my students. That's a student. That's a student. Oh, come on. Here we are. All right, student goes on the garbage. All right, here we go. There's a few more. So these are half scale, full length pages. So that's going to be 2 pages in each book, in each page. And the goal in these is to design on one side of the page and on the other, and consider bleed in the middle and things like that. So all the design is, the character is really cool. I really like the character, Roy. I really liked how you designed him for you, obviously, because you're the character for that. And I even inked a couple of them. I was kind of had some fun with it. Let me get rid of the caricatures here. There we go. I inked a couple of them. That was kind of fun. I made him way too small in this one. And I was saying scale it up, but I had drawn his proportions in kind of a child proportion, so it didn't really fit. So I think I ended up redrawing that one all together. And here's the good old Roy Stone right there. So that's all the shadow behind it. Can I block that? Right there. There we go. So yeah, I've done some. We've done some fun work together. More in the future, I'm sure. Looking forward to it. Okie doke. I was checking my Vox from my wife. If you guys haven't checked out Voxer, it is awesome. Check it out, seriously. Voxer. You'll never look back. Just wake up. How you doing? Illustrating. Let me take a picture and send it to her. I'm trying to keep her updated. And we're almost ready to put some color on this. So very soon, very soon. Okay, let me go ahead and switch back into the other mode. Doop, and switch. Okie doke. Thank you very much for everyone who's hanging out. I still see we got 6 viewers on here. It's great. And thank you for all the chats that we're having. Very fun. The book is You Are Not a Monster, so make sure you guys check it out. Hey, Caddy, how you doing? Nah, you're not late. Don't worry. We're having a good time. It's all good. It's all good. And don't mind me. I'm just quickly sending some boxes to my wife. She is very good at keeping in touch with me while at work. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and start throwing some color into this thing, I think. You're not a monster.com. Oh, I see. They really did not let you do the link, huh? So you're not a monster.com. Check that out. Check it out. Your local Amazon gift store. All right. I put in another book. All right. Let's see. Let's get some colors in here. Now remember, I'm trying to do everything in what's the word I'm looking for? It'll hit me in a sec. I'm trying to do everything in accordance to color theory. So I'm going to be working from, I thought I had a color wheel in this program. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I did. at some point in time or another. Well, that's fine. I'll just get my color from my CMYK. All right, blue, more blue. I want light blue, so we need to get rid of the black. That gets us closer. We'll just go complete light blue, and then I'll go lighter than that. There we go, kind of like that. All right, time for some color. I'm just going to go ahead and throw in a bunch here. I don't like that color. I think deeper. No, deeper. Let me bring up my opacity on this layer. Where's my opacity? Oh, it's locked. No duh. Okay. I'm just going to do a color match off of that, and then I'm going to brighten it up just a freckle. There we go. Maybe a bit more. I want it to stand out really nice, bright, vibrant blue, so. Okay. That's not nice and vibrant. You're making me look bad. Okay. I'm right back to where it was. So that's the deepest form of blue I can go. If you guys have watched my color theory video, that's the best. That's the best, that the highest form of white that I can go on here before I start going into the whites. So I'm going to go ahead and color it in, and then what I'll do is I'm going to alter the tone so it's darker so I can shade over top. So that'll be fine. I like how my watercolors brought out what I'm looking for, so I'm kind of hoping I can do that with a bit of a stronger tone. Like I've left some white on the paper when I was watercoloring it last night, so I'm actually going to try and do full color here, and that'll make it a bit more tough, but I think it'll look good. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I promise there will be plenty more voices to come, just resting my voice a little bit. There is only so many voices you can do until you start to get a little tired, you know? Okay, let's get this filled in. Now, if you take a look, like I said, I'm trying to use harmonizing colors from the color wheel. So if you look at the hair, and then you look at the very top of the eyes up here, you can see it's the same color as the hair. So, yeah, I use this lots more than Illustrator. Illustrator is great, but not really for illustration, honestly. The way that I look at Illustrator, I use it every single day at my work, as a graphic designer in Orlando. Honestly, it is not meant to draw illustration in. It really isn't. It's more meant to create logos in. So even though it does some great line work, it's still very finicky, and you can adjust those lines, and that's all well and good, but it just does not suit what I feel, what I need, So what I do is I work in these programs, and then I'll alter my my color depending on what I need from them. Let me make another layer. I feel like that program, the Illustrator, is meant for making vector logos and working on vector artwork, making vector stuff for print in large scale. I mean, that's what I do all day during the week. And then when I come home, it just does not suit my purposes for drawing like it used to. I used to do it a lot. Oh, nope, wrong layer, wrong layer, wrong layer. Get the right layer. There you go. It just does not suit what I need for illustration. So this has a much better line quality, and unless you like editing your lines, like you want to adjust them like you would a vector line, and if you guys don't know what vector is, it is a computer generated line that you can adjust and twist to what you want but it makes it much more. It takes artwork from artwork to more mathematical formulas. So it's for someone who's really planned their stuff out intricately beforehand, and it really Illustrator really removes a lot of the personality that could be in your lines. And Roy and I have talked about this in the past. Thick and thin lines, things like that. That is the important formula for an artist. If you really want to make a staple for yourself, proper line quality is very key. And thick and thin lines can make all the difference for what pops out and what doesn't pop out and things like that. So Illustrator will take those lines and it will illustrate them as it sees fit, and then you have to go in and make adjustments. And by the time you're done, you've spent twice the amount of time that you need to trying to create your final outcome. And so it's really great. I would not use Photoshop to do what I do in Illustrator, and I would not use Illustrator to do what I do in Photoshop, if that makes any sense. And I find it kind of hard to mix the two programs together. I either prefer to work solely in Photoshop or solely in Illustrator. And while I'm at work, Illustrator is my baby. And then while I'm at home, Photoshop is usually my baby. And if I'm inking, this program is quickly becoming my number one choice. Not so sure about colors yet. I'm actually messing a lot with the colors today, more than I would usually do. So, bugger! I just did the hair in the wrong layer. That stinks. Okay. Let's see how bad I did. Oh, I did bad. That's too bad. All right, gonna have to go back over that again. Humbug. Okay, let's fix this up. Pooh. Like I said, guys, thank you very much. I see we got 9 people in here. That's the most we've had today so far. Thank you very much for hanging out. Hope that you guys are having a good time. We'll switch over to video mode in a few moments and probably just chat a little bit. So feel free to leave your questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. It does take a few minutes for YouTube and Google to update my comments. So please make sure that you're in the YouTube video and you're leaving your comments on the YouTube video. Okay, if you're watching from Google Plus, I probably won't get those comments. Excuse me. If you're watching, from any other source other than YouTube, I probably won't get your comments. So stop on by on the YouTube page and leave your comments there, and that way I can see them, and then I'd be happy to answer them for you. We can have a little chat time, face-to-face time on web camera, and then I'll continue working on this. But I've been switching back and forth and having a good time, kind of just chatting with everybody, and then doing my thing. I'm sorry. I'm focusing, people. Focusing. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. I'm going to go ahead and refresh the comments and see if anything new's come in. The tablet I am using, let me see what else. I have been using the line work and then painting in Photoshop. I need to try this out. I would suggest it, and you can actually get fairly decent lines in Photoshop. And that's simply a matter of adjusting your spacing. A lot of people have a really hard time inking in Photoshop, and the reason that is because a lot of people don't change the spacing element in Photoshop so that the line is cleaner. But at the same time, it's still not perfect, and I think Photoshop really has a lot of work in. If every program other than Photoshop can clean up their line work, Photoshop should be able to do it. So they might have done it in the new CS, the new CC series, the online service, but I just don't want to use it. I don't want to have to pay monthly. I already got this software, so. And this Manga Studio X4 or 5 is a lot cheaper than it would be to have Photoshop. So I forget the price, but you can find it online. I am using a Wacom Cintiq 12WX, and I love it, but it's getting old, so it's time to upgrade, and I do not have the money to upgrade. Hey, let me while we got 6 people here and whatever, I kind of wish we had 9 because I was going to bring up the but just to let you guys know, I am on patreon.com. If you haven't heard of it, it is a site where true fans can go on there and really support the people that they enjoy watching. and it would mean the world to me if you could stop by Patreon and check that out. It's literally the idea of every time I bring out a new video on YouTube, or I do it mainly it's around the new video on YouTube. Um, my fans who are willing actually pay just $1 as a support for me. So it lets me know that there are people out there who really want to see more videos, and it works really well, so that people can show their support and they can help their fellow artists and things like that. So if you guys would consider stopping by that page, it would mean the world to me. I don't bring out new videos on YouTube very often. I really don't have a lot of time. And days like today, I'm working on my stuff, and then I'm going to have to go and work on client stuff, and some of that stuff is I'm not able to show you guys because it's private stuff. Stuff I have to do specifically for the client, and I can't share it. But it would mean a lot to me if you could stop by that page and consider supporting me. $1 is obviously not a lot of money, and usually I only put up a max of like at absolute most of like 2 videos a month, which is rare even at that. But it would mean the world to me if I can get some people to come by and help me out and support me there. So patreon.com and then /Tim Michael Art. So you can just look me up when you get to Patreon, and I would really appreciate it. We have one person right now supporting me. His name is Peter, and he has been an avid fan of mine for quite some time. A really great guy, and I really appreciate the effort that he's made to, be willing to put a couple bucks in my pocket, every time another video comes out. Or whatever. And it goes further than that. You guys know that I'm also doing a podcast series based on marketing your business. And so if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, you can go to my website, timmichaelarts.com, and there is a podcast there where you can listen to it for completely free. And it's all about how to market your business, whether you're just a starting artist or whether you're a person just trying to figure out ways to market for free or next to nothing, or it's an honest truth of what owning your business is about and how much it's going to cost you and things like that. So check that out if you're interested in stuff like that. But all of the funds that come into Patreon are what keep these things going. And right now, I only have one person offering $1, and Peter, he's a great guy, so I appreciate that buck. But if everyone was able to chip in and everyone was able to put in $1 for every time something new came out, and I was able to have 50 people put out $1, a month like a month, or $2 every month, or whatever, then I would be able to put up a lot more content because I could afford to do more stuff. I'm paying out of my pocket right now for the podcast, which is like $36 a year, which isn't bad. But when I don't know if I actually have people who appreciate it or something like that, it's kind of tough. And there's a lot of bills that I have to pay for, and a lot that I'm trying to do, to show people that I want to be there for them, but I really need some help too. So if you guys would consider that, I don't mean to beg, but I would really appreciate it. And the other important thing that Patreon suggests that we mention to the people who are considering doing that is you can set a limit. So if you're worried that I'm going to make 6 podcasts a month or something crazy like that, and you're worried that I'm going to come and take all your money, you can set a minimum or a maximum of how much money you want to go out. So if you can only afford a max of $4 a month or something like that, or you can only afford $1, you can set it so it won't go over like that. So like I said, it would mean the world to me. I'd appreciate it a lot. So thank you very much for listening to that. I don't mean to carry that out so long. So let me see what's going on here. I got some blue somewhere that's not supposed to be there. Wrong layer again. Okay, time to refresh. But I mean, one of the things is I'm trying to get a new tablet. I love my Cintiq, but it wigs out sometimes, and when it does, it really screws up my art, and that's why I save so often now. But new tablets, they cost a couple $1,000s for the kind that I use, and I'm certainly not going to be able to afford that. It's not going to be easy. So I kind of need some help. So it's kind of a constant Kickstarter sort of thing. If you've ever gone to a Kickstarter of an artist that you appreciate or something like that, and you pay $10 for their Kickstarter account or something, it's kind of that same idea, except it's an ongoing very minimal gift. $1.50. I don't know if they do it in cents, but still, it means a lot. So, okie dokie. I'm just trying to find ways to put more content out, and that's not easy when money is not coming in from the content that you're putting out. You know, you gotta put your money in the right place at the right time. Why is it not putting white where I want white? Okay, I just want to go up a little higher. I think there's some more blue under this layer. Yep, there we go. Do 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 do. All fixed. Nice. Okay, let's zoom out and see what we got. Starting to look like a very crazy looking rabbit. I'm going to try and mimic what it already has, of course. So should look great when we're done, but a lot more work to do. Roy, you are awesome. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you, Roy. It means the world to me. All right. Roy is one of those guys who just is really a kind of guy who offers his many blessings. He's cool. So thank you very much, Roy. May you be blessed in your life from how you bless others, man. You've always been a very cool guy. Close. I call you a close friend. I really do. I've enjoyed seeing you when you've stopped by Disney, and we got to hang out and got to draw you. And I think that was you brought your bird that day. That was a lot of fun. So I appreciate it. Alrighty. So far, so good. I think it's time for a sip. Red Bull, it gives you wings. All right, time for a sip. Zommel! And I'm a huge fan of you, man. Just saying. Okay, there we go. It's one hand. Yes, I'm giving him white gloves. Don't laugh at me. What's up, Doc? I carry a big gun. If you guys can come up with any funny captions that I could put on the bottom of this, I think that'd be kind of fun. Feel free to let me know your thoughts. All right. Let's see what else we can do. Let's see about doing the eyeballs here. I think here's where we're actually going to start going from doing flats to doing some pretty serious tones. So I'm going to start here, and we'll put in some dark here just to really get that harmonizing color in there. Okay, now I'm going to go into the oranges, and I need to get some more vibrant oranges. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this in here. So I'm gonna put it in hard, and then I'll blend it in, which is gonna look awesome. Because they do have a watercolor type brush in here. Yeah, I have a button programmed. Depending on what program you use, Roy, if you hold down R, you can rotate your image, and it works a lot better than obviously turning the whole template, whole tablet, unless you're using like what you might have. excuse me, I think you actually have a laptop where you have it as a tablet and you draw on that. So I guess that would work too. Whatever would work. Hector, how you doing? This is really amazing. Learning so much. Really needed. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Hector. I appreciate it, and welcome from Mexico. So we got someone from Bulgaria here. That is the awesome Theodore, and his last name is awesome. Let me see if I scroll down here and get his last name. Um, Theodore Gatsovsky. He is awesome. So, and he's been keeping me company all morning, so that's really fun. And then we have someone from Mexico, obviously, Hector. Thank you very much. And then we also had someone else from the UK. I don't know if Laura is still here. Lauren, but she was from the UK and she greeted her hellos. So it looks like we're really getting out of the States here. Roy and I are the only guys from in the country, as far as I can tell. But thank you very much. Caddy is here as well. I'm not sure where Caddy's from. If you're still in here, feel free to let us know where you're from, if you want. If it's a private thing, it's no problem. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and get some. I mean, hey, for all we know, you're in what's the secret, not Secret Service. I'm a Secret Service agent watching YouTube videos. Um, I was trying to come up with where they give you a whole new name, a whole new life, whole new everything, and you basically starting from scratch with a new name or whatever. I'm trying to remember what that's called. I forget. Okay, so there we go. We got the kind of fill in on those eyes there, and like I said, you can see that it's all just hard, but once it shades out, it's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be gorgeous, baby. It's gonna be gorgeous. Let me get some white in the dots of the eyes, and I'm probably gonna do some other kind of highlight tricks on those to kind of make it stand out a bit more. Okay, let's go ahead and see what happens. I have the Samsung Series 7 Slate. Ooh, that's nice. And then you mentioned that has pressure sensitivity too, right? Those slates are pretty sweet. What's up, name that I cannot pronounce? M.N. Pak. Okay, that's an awesome name, even though I can't read it. What should we call you? We should call you Pak. I don't know. I don't mean to be mean or anything. I'm sorry. Welcome. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out. If I didn't accidentally offend you and you go run it off on us, but thank you very much for coming and hanging. I hope you enjoy yourself, man. Or woman, man, or man. I'm not sure. Hello, how are you? All right, let me go ahead and grab my brush, and I'm going to grab my my watercolor brush here. Got to figure out where all my brushes are hiding. Here it is. So you got some watercolor brushes here that kind of would work, and I'm going to do, let's try a transparent watercolor and see what happens. Start with the well, that would be nice if it worked. It's not working. It's not working. It's not work. Why is it not working? Oh, wrong layer. No duh. Witness protection program. Thank you. By the way, guys, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Oh, it looks like it's getting a nice blend. If you leave comments and it takes me forever to respond back, I apologize. It's Google's fault. Blame Google. As much as I love Google, they are kind of slow in getting the comments out there. So please be patient with me. I'm looking forward to answering all your questions if you have any and just chatting with you. Love hanging out with you guys. That's why I do these online hangouts. And of course they're very random, but when I get the chance, I love doing them with y'all. There we go. Just gonna blend this in. That's very nice. That watercolor brush is pretty sweet. Look at that. Look at that nice, smooth gradient. That's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, baby, gorgeous. Oh, that's very nice, very nice. So pressure sensitivity with Wacom drivers. That's great. I would have to have Windows on it. I mean, I got my Samsung Galaxy 10.1 and the Note, and I love it, except that it doesn't have all the functions and Wacom pressure sensitivities and things, and it's also running Android, which means it has to use Android apps. So some of the best apps I have on there are Layer Paint and Sketchbook Pro, but they still don't even come close to doing what I want, what I need, So, you know what I mean? Okay, that looks great. I love it. Let's see if I can maybe put some vibrant highlights in his eyes here, just to kind of make it pop a little bit. So I'm going to use, I kind of wonder if I have any kind of an airbrush. Here's an airbrush, sort of. Stronger, softer, harder, better, faster, stronger. Okay, I need some white. Give me white. I need white. And I'm just going to kind of jut in some hard highlight here so it looks kind of just kind of spread. Maybe I'll do it over these as well, just so it kind of. I'll see if I like that. I might not stick with that. Once you put blur in there, it can alter it, and I want very hard edges on some of this stuff, so we'll see if I stick with that or not. Okay, let's go ahead and get this image darker so I can start shading it in with some brighter stuff. I'm going to go to Edit, Color Correction, Brightness and Contrast. I'm just going to drop that brightness way down. Okay, so there you go. That makes it a little darker. It also tells me where my mistakes are that I'm going to have to clean up. So see if I can grab this and erase this and this. All right, hang on a sec. Let me check on my wife real quick. Let's go ahead and switch into camera mode real quick and chat while I do this. Hello, people. My name is Tim Michael, and welcome to my live event. There we go. 5 viewers. Everyone's chilling and hanging out. I got the wonderful Roy Stone here, who I've done some work with. Got a bunch of great people here from out of the country. And if you do not know English very well, you're doing awesome. I'm just saying. If you do know English, you're in the right crowd. Because I'm kind of stuck with this in Pig Latin. Okay, so ixnay on the language A. Or I don't know. Maybe I'm not even good at Pig Latin anymore. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and check on my wife and send her a quick message. Having a great time with my friends online. And Roy donated to the Patreon account. Exclamation points all the way down the line. Thank you, Roy. All righty. So anyway, guys, feel free to leave comments. It's Windows 8. I wish it were Mac. Mac is really good. I admit I like my Mac at work. I got a really nice iMac, and I play around with that at work, and I'm definitely not against it. When it comes to graphic design, it's not bad at all. I'm just saying, it's not bad at all. So, we'll get back to drawing here in a sec. I like how it's coming along, guys, and thank you very much for hanging out. I'm having a really good time. 5 viewers. We were up to 9. Our record today has been 9. That's totally cool. And since this is a video that I'm actually going to go ahead and keep online and let other people watch, I'm hoping that other people will enjoy it. I will say again, Roy, first off, thank you so much for your Patreon. You're being my patron and for donating to the Patreon account. I appreciate that so much. And if any of you guys would consider it, if you would consider $1 every time I put up a YouTube video, and like I said, I barely put up YouTube videos. It's been a long time. I'm looking for more ways to fund being able to find time, because basically the story is I have a list here of clients that need to get done. Okay, these are clients that are paying clients that are people that need to get their artwork done. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I have to do today alone, and I'm trying to get my time in, have a good time, and the best way that I can have you guys is to include you in the online stuff, the live stuff. If you're okay with me even charging $1 for this, that would be cool too. I might have to do that. But when it comes down to it, guys, I need to find ways where I can make you more free content, but I need people who are willing to be supportive and put in that extra buck in the pot so that so I can take care of my family. I can, upgrade my equipment. This right here, this is expensive. This thing is not cheap. But the big deal about it is I traded it in for a trumpet and the guitar so I could have it for the YouTube channel. I'm having to make things do to get what we need to continue doing videos online and stuff like that. I don't want to just make do. I want to be able to get you guys good stuff, and I want it to be free. But I know that there's a bunch of you guys like Roy, like Peter, who really are my number one fans and are really making a statement for how much they appreciate my work, and they might be able to afford $1 every time another video goes up. So, um, yeah, I need to get to work. I definitely have some stuff to do, but I'll be doing that a little later this evening. I wanted to spend some time online, so spend some time with everyone here. So, but I got a bunch of stuff, and these are the paying clients. So these are the guys that are paying for me to keep things going and everything like that. They pay for the new stuff. They help out, get the new equipment and stuff like that because they're paying clients. But I want to do more for you guys. There's a reason why YouTube's free. There's a reason why everyone's learning how to do better on artwork. That's because it's a free function. I've learned so much from YouTube, so I want to be able to provide for you guys, and I just need some help with some support back. So not begging, but the truth is I put up a couple videos in the past couple weeks and I've forgotten to mention it. And the guys on Patreon who run the Patreon page, who all that stuff, they're saying in their stuff, if you guys want to get more people, you have to talk about it more. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll talk about it more. So anyway, lots of great stuff going on though. I have 3 commissions that I gotta see if I can get done today. It's probably not gonna happen at all. But I have one client that's expecting his by the end of the weekend, and I have another one who's been very patiently waiting, and then I have 2 students that I'm training. If you guys are interested and you want if you want some private training with me, I do online classes, and so if you need some training, I charge $100 for 4 sessions, and you schedule it with me whenever you want. So if you want to schedule a session once a year, that's fine. And it's just a way where you can sit down with me online. We do something like this where you can see my screen. I can show you what I'm drawing. I can look over your artwork. I can critique it. I can actually show you how to improve upon it. And I've had 2 students, they loved it. Both of them have renewed either twice or 3 times. And it's something that people enjoy doing with me, but I haven't marketed it, so it doesn't get out there that far as of yet. So, and like I said, if you're interested in marketing and advertising, I love being on the radio. I love being on the air. I love doing this. I'm having a ball. But I actually have a podcast, and if you go to timmichaelarts.podbean.com, or you go to my website, timmichaelarts.com, you'll see a link there that'll take you to the Podbean page, and that's where my podcast is. It's also on iTunes. So if you want to, you can go into the podcasts, look up Tim Michael Podcast, and there's like 4 podcasts on there right now, where you can download them into your iPhone or whatever, and you can listen to them at your convenience. So it's all about how to market your company on a budget. So if you have next to no money and you're just trying to figure out how to get more people or try and get your stuff out there, one of the things that's a big deal is I want people to look up Tim Michael on Google, and when they do, they find my artwork. I teach you guys how to make that happen, and it's all free. I'm just saying, it's all free. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out. Okay?
Other than that, we're not talking about movies. We already talked about movies. We got the new Kung Fu Panda 3 coming out soon. We got the new How to Train Your Dragon in 2016.
Which is forever, because I love that How to Train Your Dragon stuff. Don't you hate it? It's like 2 years of production before they come out with the next movies. Here's a movie that they need to make a sequel of. You ready? The Incredibles. Why haven't they done that? That thing got some serious attention. It is a classic. It's a classic. Why haven't you made a remake on that? Some people are so stupid, eh? They really need to do that. All right, let's refresh the good old chat box and see if anybody else has left any comments, because I'm totally talking to myself right now, so you're welcome to chat with me just a little bit. And of course, we'll get back into the drawing here. We'll really start working on the shading now. So I'll do a lot of hard shading. We'll go in here, we'll do light shading and dark shading, and then we'll start building up. I admit there's 2 ways that I go about doing this. When it comes down to watercolor, here's the original watercolor piece that I'm drawing it from that I did last night. That was a lot of fun. When it comes to watercolor, you work from darks to light. And the nice thing about watercolor is as you continue to brush with a pen or whatever tool you're using, whatever brush you're using, I use these guys. These guys are awesome. These are the Pentel brushes, and they're full of water in here. So when you squeeze, the water comes out the brush. Or if you don't squeeze at all, the water naturally flows out to the brush. It makes it awesome. And also, I'll show you this. I'm also using, here's my watercolor palette. This is made by Koi watercolor, and it's called the Pocket Field Sketchbox. And it doesn't look like much, um, but that's it right there. And those have lasted me a while. I've been doing a lot of paintings, and I've barely even begun to phase these paints. Maybe the blue, but it doesn't look like they're going to run out anytime soon, which is great. I did actually buy a Koi. I bought two. I love the paint. I really do. So I bought the tubes, the watercolor tubes. But the only negative to those tubes is that you put them in. Actually, here, hang on. I got one right up here, and I'll show you. For all of you watercolor fans. And by the way, what? I'm just saying. Okay, here's my palette that I have made from the Koi watercolor tubes. The issue that you really probably can't see is that the paints are cracking. Okay, those paints crack. I think the other ones probably have an oil base to them or something that makes them so they don't crack. But the issue is that they crack and they start to crumble in the palette. So I like to have dry watercolors so that I can go in and work, however I choose. It doesn't affect the paint at all. But if it's cracking, you're going to open it up one day and it's all going to be crunched together, and you're going to lose track. There are some really cool watercolor crayons out, and they're called. Oh, it's been a long time since I've used them. Back when I was doing a lot more work for Disney. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. But the issue is that it crumbles under heat. So I used to go and work and draw caricatures out at the theme parks every day, and because of that, I would just leave all my art stuff in the car. And when I would do that, I would come out, and the sun would have cooked my watercolor stuff and made it crumble and stuff like that, and it just really stinks. So that's the only negative with the Kois, is they do crack after a certain period of time. So I try to keep them moist every couple days. So I'll take my brushes and I'll try and dip them in water and try and get them a little moist or whatever. But and that way it keeps it kind of saturated. It keeps it kind of moldable. Not really though. I touch it now and it feels like a brick, which probably means I need to wet it down a little. But the Koi watercolor pocket sketch set is awesome. And the thing I really like about it is this really nice, the really nice casing that comes with it, and the little tray, which I don't use the tray that much. I mean, I do, but when I do, I just set it over here. I don't like how it moves around. If you wanted to, you could kind of move it back like this, but the issue is then you can't get to your top paints, and I use those colors a lot. So anyway, it's a really cool stuff. But what I'm saying is that when you start with watercolor, you start from the darks and you move to the lights. So the area like the bottom of the foot down here, behind the neck, those are the areas that I actually started first on, so that when the watercolor runs out, I'm using very light colors to fill in all the rest. With what we're doing today, we're going to start from a mid-tone, and we're going to go light and we're going to go dark. It's not that easy as it is in watercolor. So we're going to give it a shot and see what happens, and worst comes to worst, I might alter that mid-design and maybe start from the darks and move to the lights like I would with watercolors in real life. So we will see. Okay, so that's just some of the equipment that I use. If you want to see some other stuff, I love these pencils like it's no one's business. And so if you guys want to see that, you can watch this video over. These are the graph gears made from Pentel. I wasn't a big fan of Pentel because I guess I remember them from all the cheap stuff they create, but they do some really good stuff. This is a 0.9 lead. This is the biggest lead I have found. Any bigger and you're getting to the lead holders, which I do have. The issue is you have to sharpen them. And somewhere around here I have a sharpener. The issue is I like to keep things compact so I can carry everything with me. And I don't want to carry a big lead sharpener that's like this big with me everywhere I go. So what I do instead is I like these guys. And then my other favorite, which is in my little baggie here, which you can't see, is this one right here. It's also a Pentel graph gear, and it's a 0.3. It's like super ridiculously small lead, so small you can barely, it's very fine tip, awesome. And so I do a lot of stuff that way. How much time have you been doing painting and digital art? I have been drawing digitally now since I was... I want to say since I was about 12 or 13 years old. I'm 26 now, so I've been doing it 13 years. I want to say about 13 years. First time I picked up a tablet, it was like any normal tablet. It's not like my Cintiq that I have here. It's the one where you look at the screen and you're drawing like this. I have two of them right over here. They're both Wacom's. But but I would do that when I was young, and I hated it. And so I threw mine into a corner and never wanted to touch it again. And about a year later, I picked it up and I kept messing with it until I figured it out. So I learned how to do that, and I've been doing that for about 13 years. I've been painting with watercolors. I want to say since 2010, 2009. I'd have to actually check my Facebook and see when I started working with Caricature Connection, which is the company that's contracted by some of the theme parks out here. The watercolors were a necessity. It happened by accident because I wanted to get into the world of caricatures. I wanted to draw caricatures at local theme parks and things like that. And God really opened up a great door. I got to walk into there and got to begin doing that, which was a lot of fun. Um, but one of the things that you had to learn was how to watercolor. And I got thrown to the wolves with the watercolors. I was a decent artist, not a very good caricaturist. I love the company that I worked with and still am contracted by here and there. But they're like, hey, we're gonna throw you to the wolves. You're gonna learn whether you like it or not. It's gonna happen. So I learned how to do watercolors basically by sitting down with my first client going, I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's have some fun. And I learned from there, and it was experience over time, figuring out that a cheap watercolor paint is not going to do as good as an expensive watercolor paint. A cheap brush is not going to do as good as an expensive brush. So I learned all of that over time on my own, just out of pure necessity. I have found it to become my favorite form of color, other than digital. Digital's my favorite form of coloring, but obviously over time, as I've worked, watercolor just seems to be my niche. And then it gets technical because I would love to do watercolors wherever I go. And the issue is you have to carry around stuff like this, which is a jar full of water, so that you can dip your brush in the water and get your right balances. And then you got to carry junk like this around. My stuff is falling. Like this, where you got a million different brushes to choose from and things like that for different situations and scenarios. There are certain brushes that I would use specifically for caricaturing and stuff like that. So you carry all that stuff around with you. Put my stuff back here. There we go. You carry all that stuff around with you, then you're not very portable, because you're gonna have to find someplace to sit down and do the water soluble, the water so you can dip and get your colors. So the benefit is these guys, which are, like I said, the brushes that have the water that goes straight to the tip. So that's wet right now, and it will stay moist. And I can refill it with the water, and they're really cheap. And I actually have one that I haven't used yet right here, and this is a travel size, so it's really small. And that's one that I bought that I haven't used because I got another one that I got. But the Pentel ones are the best ones, just to let you guys know if you do any research on these. The Pentels, and they're kind of shaped, rounded like that. They work really well. Their bristles are excellent. So that's the long answer to your short question. Thank you very much for listening and letting me answer some questions for you guys. Let's go ahead and get back into the drawing. We got a lot more to do here, and I got some more work to do later tonight. So let's get back to this, okay? All right.
Okie dokie, here we go. We go back to game. We go back to soccer.
All right, here we go. All right. So like I said, we're working from a mid-tone. We'll go darker and we'll go lighter, okay? And if you have any more questions, please ask. I'll be happy to answer them. All righty. I put the dimple. It never fails. Okay. Let me go ahead and save. I am refreshing my page to see if there's any more questions that have come in. Okay. So good. Let's start with Let's start with the face. I'm going to make this just a little bit lighter. It's just a little too dark for me. I might actually take it, not this deep blue, I might actually go into a pale blue. I might want this bunny to be a little bit more like this. That looks much better, actually. Well, Hector, let me tell you, I got a bunch of years on it, and it just takes a lot of time and practice. That's all it is. Give it time. Put your heart into it, and you can succeed it. That's as simple as it is. You know, don't be afraid to try new stuff. That's the big thing. I love trying new stuff. Always love trying new stuff, and most of my artwork happens because I try new stuff. All right, so here we go with some deeper tones. Now, I'm not following my rules that um, I usually suggest, where you just add black, because I want to keep this very rich. I'm gonna try something new and see if I can pull out some cool tones. Okay. Let me get my pen set with a couple more functions. I want to harden up on my stabilization just a bit, because I want the shadows that I'm applying that are going to stay hard, I want them to stay hard. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take this all the way down, actually. So my basic thought and premise here is that I'm actually just going to apply all hard shadows, and then I will decide in a little bit whether I want to keep them hard or whether I want to soften them up. I personally feel like that's the best way to go, because you can easily outdo yourself. Let's see, I want to go like this and lock the color. So hopefully now it won't travel into other areas. Oh, yeah, perfect. It's easy to do everything too fuzzy when you shade everything fuzzy and you don't put in your and you don't have hard shadows. So don't be afraid to leave some hard shadows. It adds dimension. It adds a lot of dimension. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. I'm actually kind of looking over my original sketch to see where I put my shadows before, because I really liked where, like on the neck here, I had some very nice bold shadows. And I had something like this. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. All right. And this came down here. And then I had a shoulder flare. There we go. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me today. I'm having a really good time today. And as you saw earlier, I started off with a whole bunch of voices and things, and maybe it'll come back, but I kind of wore my voice out a little bit. So I might bring those back in a little later. Got to get some more sugar. I love Red Bull, and I love Red Bull with the sugar-free stuff. The sugared stuff is like, I can't, I can't. It's too strong for me. There we go. And I admit, I'm already super energized. I don't drink energy, drinks to keep me awake or anything, because I drink so much Diet Coke that my blood has turned to caffeine. So I will. I'm sure all of my internal organs are made of rock now. I'm probably that rock character from the Fantastic Four. Just everything is internal as rock, just from all the soda I've drank. Got that from my dad, because he used to drink he drinks a whole bunch of Diet Coke, and I followed suit, and yeah, I haven't been able to walk away from it since. I'm quite addicted. Okay. Let's see. It looks kind of cool. I'm not sure how I feel about it just yet. It doesn't feel as saturated as I want. I feel like I want more. vibrancy in the blue that I'm shading with. And of course I shaded directly over my blue layer before, so I have to kind of be a bit careful, because if I screw up too much, I can't go back, you know. You can only undo so many times. All right, refreshing to see if any new comments have come in. Here's going to be a nice strong bold shadow, because this leg is going to dip under itself. So really nice bold shadow. Go ahead and save real quick. Let's go ahead and get this covered. Hey, welcome from Brazil. Got a Brazilian folk here. Awesome. I love it. A lot of my fans are overseas. I think that is the coolest thing. I mean, I got fans who watch my videos who don't even speak English, and they come and they find me on Facebook and they're like, "Thank you so much for your videos." And it's like choppy spelled out English, and they immediately are like, "I'm sorry for my lack of English." And I'm like, "You know what? The fact that you watch my videos, even though you don't understand what I'm saying, means the world to me." You know, I try and find like a Google Translator or something like that, you know, where I can communicate with them and thank them for their support, even though they might not understand me. I think that is just the coolest thing. I remember I used to dream of the idea of having as many subscribers as I have now. Blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. That looks pretty beast. All right, let's see what I can do with some highlights now. Let me see if I actually can do any highlights. Very minimal, sadly. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what it does. That's not bad. There's a little bit of highlight in there. Not much, but enough. I think the highlights I'm going to blend in to here and get a nice gradient from the highlights. That way it's just there. It's not going to be a bold highlight. I just kind of wanted to gradient into the fur. But like I said before, I'll draw it in there anyway, and then I'll watercolor blend it in so it stands out as if it's just a part of it. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and line it in there so I can get a good feel for where it's going to sit. Looks great. I love it. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bump the microphone there. All right, let's go ahead and maybe get some grays in here. Just go just a little bit, not too dark. And I'm going to lock the layer so that I only paint on the white, so I can overlap as much as I want and it will keep it all in context. Let's get this covered. Just want a little highlight there. Kind of want the gun to look like it's covering up a lot, so I'm going to probably just do that whole hand in shadow. Same here. Maybe not on the knuckle there. I'll probably come back this way like that. Get the bottom of this finger coming up and shading here. Thanks, Theo. Amen. Save button. Always hit that save button. Yep. Roy is definitely a gradient man. So am I though. You gotta have gradient. Gradient. You can have jutty stuff, or you can have gradients to bring out life and stuff. Gradients are a big deal, especially when it comes to realism, portraiture, or any of that. It is amazing how deep a gradient will go. You know what? I'm not liking this. Let's do this. I'm gonna go jet. I'm gonna go gray with that. Maybe I'll cover over the top of this one too. I think I'm going to have to go the opposite direction with this, so I'll grab some white and I'll make some choices on where I might want the highlights to be with the white. And that's just kind of reversing my brain to think about this backwards, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. If you ever want to really test yourself on something, try drawing whites on black. That is crazy. I have a clock that a friend built for me back in the day with a drawing that I did with white on black, and it messes with your brain, but at the same time it makes you think really hard about where you have to basically think in negative, and that's crazy. You know, that's really rough. But if you do it right, it looks awesome. Get these toes all shaded up in here, and then let me check my wife's fox here. Sorry, just quickly sending her some messages back. All right. Okay. And thanks for being patient with the comments. I really hope that Google fixes their comment stuff, because I really want to. Oh no, I hate when this happens. Okay, so my software just went ballistic. Basically what happens is right now this Cintiq is zooming out and will stay zooming out. So that means that I have to basically unplug my Cintiq. This is why I want to get a new Cintiq, because I can't fix this without unplugging everything and plugging everything back in. It really stinks. Sit tight. We're going to switch into video mode while I fix a few of these things, and I'll see if I can fix this up. That really stinks. Hate when this happens. And that always messes up my work. Is it saved though? Because I'm probably gonna have to close this out. And I'll just unplug the tablet from the computer directly. There we go. All right. So hopefully when I plug this back in, hopefully it'll behave. It might not. We'll see. And if it does, then I'm gonna have to reboot the drivers. It's fun. That's the thing. If you mess around with the controls too much in one certain way, just because this tablet is old. It's the 12WX, which is probably selling for like $800 now or less, which I know sounds like a lot, but it's not in comparison to what we spent on it back in the day. I'm sure Roy remembers the kind of cost of something like this. So no fun. Let me go ahead and get it plugged back in and see what happens. Maybe it's upside down. Nope, maybe it's upside down. Nope, it's not working. There we go. Okay. Let's see if that fixed it. Nope, still messed up. So I'm going to have to cut the drivers. Hey guys, I need a bathroom break real quick, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick bathroom break. When I come back, I'll fix this up, and I'll be right back. Okay? I'll try to be as quick as I can. Please sit tight. I don't want to lose you guys, and but I'll try to be back momentarily. Okay? Sorry about this thing screwing up. Okay? Sit tight a few minutes. I'll be right back. All right. Okie dokie, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, now let's see what we do about this stupid driver. So basically, if you ever deal with this issue, there's a couple ways to fix it. The one that I usually use is just to reboot the computer. But since I don't want to lose you guys, we're going to go back door. I'm going to go into the task manager, and I'm going to look for where the Wacom host is. I'm going to end that process. I'm going to unplug it first again. Oh, it's already unplugged. Never mind. Basically, I'm looking for anything that says Wacom on it. And even though everything right now for me is scrolling down, I am finding it. So I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to cancel this. And this. Nope, could not be canceled. Is that it? That's still giving me trouble. Could not. Okay, let's try this. Hang on a sec. Nothing's plugged in, so it should work. It's not letting me do it. Well, this is a shame. And my computer is not fixing, so I sadly might need to shut down my computer, which really stinks because I really don't want to end this. I'm sorry, guys. Are you okay with sitting tight for a few moments while I reset? It looks like I'm going to have to reboot my computer because nothing's fixing. Let me check one other thing. Yeah, I'm afraid I don't have any way to cancel this. If you guys can sit tight for a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and reboot. I really don't want to lose you guys, and I really hate that this is going to turn into a second video, you know, but I'll need you guys to sit tight a little bit while I get this reset, okay? So I will try to be right back, and it might end up turning into a second live stream, so please check it out if this shuts down, which I'm pretty certain it will, and we'll go ahead and figure it out. My computer is not allowing me to control everything. Everything keeps scrolling down. So the drivers are all stinking messing with me, and I can't fix it. So like I said, I'm going to have to shut down this thing and just keep an eye out, and I will be back as soon as I possibly can, okay? I'm so sorry about this, guys. This really stinks. So God bless you all. I'll see you in the next video. Sit tight, and hopefully we'll keep this moving. All right, I'll be right back.